Few voices in music have the quiet power to heal hearts like Vince Gill. Known for songs like Go Rest High on That Mountain, his music has provided solace to generations of listeners. With 22 Grammy Awards and a place among country music's most revered artists, Vince has built a legacy on honesty, humility, and heart. Behind the spotlight, however, his life has been shaped by personal trials, moments of profound loss, and decisions that reflect his integrity and devotion to music. A childhood shaped by tragedy. Vince Gill was just 11 years old in 1968, living a simple, happy life in Norman, Oklahoma. His days were filled with school, family dinners, and the comfort of strumming melodies on his four-string tenor guitar. Music was a shared joy in his household. His father, J. Stanley Gill, a federal judge and amateur musician, often played alongside him, nurturing Vince's early love for music. That idyllic childhood was shattered when Vince's older half-brother, Bob Cohen, suffered a severe car accident. Bob fell into a coma that lasted 3 months, and when he finally regained consciousness, he was left with permanent brain damage. For Vince, the boy who had been full of mischief and energy was gone, replaced by someone unable to speak or care for himself. Watching his parents navigate grief in silence left a lasting impression on young Vince, shaping the empathy and depth that would later define his music. Bob remained in this condition for 25 years, passing away in 1993. That same year, Vince released Let There Be Peace on Earth, a Christmas album carrying songs that conveyed the deep pain of absence and the enduring presence of love, including the emotionally charged track, It Won't Be the Same This Year. Choosing the road. Less traveled by the late 1980s, Vince Gill had established himself as a talented musician in Nashville. He had played with Pure Prairie League and released solo albums that earned critical acclaim, but commercial success remained elusive. Then came an opportunity that would tempt any musician, an invitation to join Dire Straits, one of the world's biggest rock bands. Despite the allure of international fame, Vince hesitated. Joining the band would mean trading his voice and stories for someone else's spotlight. In later reflections, he explained, "I knew that once I went down that road, I wouldn't come back. I wanted to tell my stories. I hadn't done that yet." Turning it down was a risk, both professionally and personally, but it allowed him to stay true to himself. Soon after, the release of When I Call Your Name catapulted him into mainstream success, earning him his first Grammy and cementing his place in country music history. Love and Connection. In December 1993, Vince filmed a holiday special in Tulsa, where he met singer Amy Grant. Their connection was immediate but understated, grounded in shared warmth and understanding rather than headline-grabbing drama. Over time, their paths crossed again, leading to collaborations that highlighted not just their vocal harmony, but a deep emotional bond. Both were in marriages that were quietly struggling. Vince had been married to Janice Oliver of Sweethearts of the Rodeo, and Amy was married to fellow Christian artist Gary Chapman. Life's pressures and distance had taken a toll, but the friendship that grew between Vince and Amy was rooted in mutual respect and kindness. After their respective divorces, they married in March 2000 in an intimate ceremony near Nashville, surrounded by close family and friends. Their relationship has since stood as a testament to patience, faith, and love that endures through life's challenges. Joining the Eagles. Vince Gill's reverence for music extended beyond country. A lifelong admirer of the Eagles, he shared a unique connection with the band long before joining them. Following Glenn Frey's passing in 2016, the opportunity arose for Vince to join a new formation of the Eagles alongside Frey's son, Deacon. Stepping into this role wasn't about replacing Frey, it was about honoring a musical legacy. Vince studied harmonies, instrumental transitions, and vocal phrasing to deliver performances that respected the original while maintaining his own artistry. When he debuted with the Eagles in 2017, audiences were captivated. Vince's performance was praised not for imitation, but for the heartfelt skill he brought to each song. Don Henley remarked, "He knows how to be in a band." Vince approached the role with humility, understanding that true musicianship is about service to the music, not the ego. Trials and caregiving life has tested Vince and Amy in ways that required patience, devotion, and courage. In 2020, Amy was diagnosed with a rare congenital heart defect and underwent successful open-heart surgery. During recovery, Vince became her constant support, providing reassurance and care through a challenging time complicated by the pandemic. 2 years later, Amy suffered a traumatic brain injury from a cycling accident. Once again, Vince paused his professional life to prioritize her recovery. He canceled concerts to be by her side, demonstrating the steadfast devotion that has defined both his music and personal life. Songs like When My Amy Prays, though written years earlier, took on new meaning as personal anthems celebrating resilience and love. A songwriter's reflection. Even at 67, Vince Gill continues to evolve as an artist. He writes not for charts or commercial success, but for connection and healing. His 2019 ballad Forever Changed, inspired by the story of childhood abuse, showcases his ability to convey intimate pain with empathy. Other songs like Worlds Apart and My Kind of Woman, My Kind of Man reflect observation and insight, turning lived experience into art that resonates universally. Vince's music today is rooted in authenticity. He has embraced collaboration with younger artists, explored new creative avenues, and remained committed to telling stories that matter. Rather than chasing his past, he channels his present, drawing from decades of personal and professional growth to create music that comforts, inspires, and connects. Legacy of Heart. Vince Gill's story is one of resilience, integrity, and quiet strength. From a childhood marked by tragedy to the careful navigation of fame, love, and caregiving, he has remained steadfast in his values. His artistry is defined not by controversy or charts, but by the depth of human emotion he conveys. Whether joining the Eagles to honor a musical legacy, standing by Amy during life-threatening challenges, or writing songs that touch the heart of listeners worldwide, Vince Gill embodies a rare combination of talent and humility. His voice is more than music. It is comfort, reflection, and a reminder of the power of sincerity in a world often focused on spectacle. The songs that stay with us. Vince Gill's songs linger because they speak to shared human experiences: grief, love, loss, hope, and resilience. Tracks like Go Rest High on That Mountain, When I Call Your Name, and Forever Changed are more than melodies. They are companions for life's quiet moments. Each song carries the weight of lived experience, the tenderness of observation, and the honesty of a man who has learned that true connection comes from vulnerability and heart. For fans and new listeners alike, Vince Gill offers more than entertainment. He offers understanding. His legacy is not measured solely in awards or chart positions, but in the comfort, joy, and healing his music brings to the world. A life in music and love. Vince Gill's journey reminds us that success is not merely fame, but staying true to one's voice. From choosing personal authenticity over immediate stardom to nurturing relationships and facing life's trials with grace, he has lived a life aligned with his values. Through decades of music, he has continued to explore, create, and reflect. His story is a testament to the power of patience, the resilience of the human spirit, and the enduring strength of love and devotion. Vince Gill is not just a musician. He is a storyteller, a comforter, and an exemplar of a life lived with heart. Which Vince Gill song moves you most? Every listener has a Vince Gill song that resonates deeply. Whether it's a ballad that evokes memory, a duet that inspires hope, or a personal anthem of resilience, his music has the rare ability to touch the soul. Share the song that has stayed with you the longest in the comments and celebrate the enduring legacy of one of country music's most treasured voices.